Hello, Mechwarriors. We are doing the Reservoir dogs. I bought the Bane pack, which comes with 5 mechs, and I decided to name these the Bane Reservoir dogs because there's 5 of them, and I can get the primary colors. I've got Mr. Blonde, Mr. Blue, Mr. Orange, Mr. Pink, and now we are on to Mr. White. And I am really curious to see what this is like. By the way, I've been looking at this, and it would have been so badass if they'd put weapons in these spots here, like machine guns instead of like up there or something. If they'd gone with 4 machine guns there and 4 machine guns there, that'd have been sick. Because then you could have done like AP Gauss or something there, or heavy machine guns, and that would have just looked so fat coming out of there. But anyways, I'm really curious about this build, and this is the only mech I haven't looked at to see what the build is. And so far, it's looking like it's got a Gauss, I think, and some lasers. So let's take a look at this guy. Yep, I've got a large pulse laser, 4 ER mediums, 2 HAG 40s. Wow. And I have 4 double heat sinks and a whole bunch of ammo for this build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 9.5 tons of ammo for 2 HAG 40s. Now, you're getting 48 shots for each ton, so I think that's a little excessive. The heat management's 1.14, which is terrible. Now, in one of my builds, I went with 4 large pulse lasers as my weapons, and then on that build, it had 2 UAC-20s. No, I can't remember. Yeah, I think that's what it was. And that build actually worked out really well, so I might lean in that direction for this build. Let's take a look at this. So right now this has a heat management of 1.14, which is terrible. It has a speed of 48.6, but it has a firepower of 101, which is really good. We go down and look at the quirks, which I don't know anything about. Firepower HSL +1. I have to sneeze. Always in groups. And we have a survival. Left torso +7, right torso +10, left and right arms +12, and those are the quirks. Not a lot of quirks for these. And then this has a XL 300 on it, and that's about all you get out of it with 4 double heat sinks. So the only thing I'm going to do to change this around a little bit right now is to put a heatsink on board, or I mean a cool shot, because I know this is going to get hot. But I'm not going to change anything else about this, and we're going to take this into Roulette to see what it looks like. Here we find ourselves in the Bane-7.
Target acquired.
And let's see how the weapons are laid out on this. So how I would lay them out is like that. I'm not excited about the large X-Pulse laser. Maybe I would put these on a chain fire. And let's see what this does on the first shot. And let's get outside the cabin. Take a look. Ooh, Mr. White's looking a little bit pinkish.
Target destroyed.
Wow, first shot. That is sexy. That is interesting.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Oh, oh mama.
Target acquired.
Wow.
Heat level critical.
So this is quite a bit of a hot build. Now, as hot as this is, it's running pretty good here. But when we get into an actual match, this is going to be running really hot. It's going to run a lot hotter than this. It's always hotter in match play than it is in test bench. And that's why I always go to Rublet as the main map that I go to. I used to go to Tourmaline Desert, but now I go here. I still use Tourmaline for testing. That is a nasty bite. I've been bit by this before too.
Target destroyed. Heat level critical.
So this is pretty gnarly.
Heat level critical.
But you can see this is going to get really hot really fast. So I think the thing to do with this is going to be to take out the large pulse laser, go with 5 ER medium lasers, and then throw the rest of it into cool double heat sinks. Here we are back in the mech lab, and as you can see, as before, this mech is totally bones dry. There is no skills whatsoever, nothing added to it whatsoever. So when we go up here and look at the reservoir dogs, this guy is 0. These guys have got a little bit of something going on, but this guy is totally 0. And this is how the layout is, and I'm going to take this in just as it lays. I know in the future I'm going to reduce the amount of ammo, and I'm going to change these out and go with 5 ER medium lasers, or even maybe 5 medium pulse lasers might be good as well. But I think 5 ER medium lasers is the way to go on this, and then throw the rest of it into double heat sinks to make this thing just run a little bit cooler. But for now, let's get into a match. In Override we trust.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. Override engaged.
I will be putting on a display of how not to drive a Bane. Wake up, bad boys. I'll be putting on a display of how not to drive a Bane. Pay attention.
Target acquired.
Affirmative.
Charlie 3, we got a contact.
Target spotted.
Low target acquired.
Yeah, they're coming at us hard at Delta 2, Delta 3.
Image in.
Target spotted.
Boy, this is a Old Testament. I did 121 damage. Ugh. It's so terrible. Ugh. So now I get to build this thing the way I want. So the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to get rid of all this crap. In fact, that's an XL300. We're going to strip all this crap off. And we're going to make this the XL that it's supposed to be. And then for weapons, I am thinking about doing... I get 2 weapons. I'm thinking about doing 2 LBX-20s maybe, or something like that. Or maybe... I've got the tonnage. Yeah, I'm going to do 2 AP Gauss. Yeah, that makes sense. Huh. Doesn't have incredible range, but I can get the range out of the lasers. But it does 8 damage, and it only weighs 5.5 tons. What's the heat though? Heat's a little high. I think I'm going to do 2 LBX-10s. And then maybe 5 plasma cannons, maybe. What's the range on these though? 540, not terrible. There we go. And then ammo. I'm going to put 2 of these here. Ammo is given as 25 units, so I need more than that. And we'll go with the targeting computer. And then we're going to go with heat sinks. Glorious heat sinks. And then the armor's got to be changed. Five. Five. Ugh, 20 armor in the rear. Seriously. That is just something. I think the most I've ever put in the rear for armor for any mech was 6. Most of my Sun Spiders have 2 rear armor. Center torso, left and right torso. A lot of my assault mechs, like the Blood Asps, only have 3. So we've got this set up like this. We've got a cool shot on board. And so now we have a firepower of 72.5. We have a heat management of 1.27. I've got 5 ER large lasers, and they're all up high. Mr. White is going to glow. Yeah. So let's lock this in. I am broke as hell. And I still don't have any skills to throw at this, but this is unskilled. So now I'm going to put this like this. I'm going to chain fire these. Because look at their placement. They're way up high. I can really take advantage of that on the battlefield. I'm going to take this to the test ground. There we go. So here we are again at Rubelet. And we're going to go to our test dummy.
Acquired.
And so now I can fire the 2 LBXs. And they produce almost no heat.
Target destroyed.
And I got a more sustainable build. Is, and I've got that advanced zoom
Target
that's really
acquired.
nice now.
Critical.
I finally got myself into overheat.
Target destroyed. Heat level critical.
Yeah, this is definitely viable. And most importantly, I've got range.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
And I can definitely lay it down.
Target acquired.
See, that is just a constant wave.
Heat level critical. Heat level critical.
Yeah, this is going to work out. This is definitely viable. I might change this at some point and go with maybe LBX 20s, but I think I'm going to go with this because I think this is going to do me better.